Hello, everyone. We've wrapped up another week. Here we've come to the end of week 2. I'm here on the town square of our small little town here, and typically it's very quiet this time of night, and that may be why it's kind of become my new favorite spot. But there's a little bit of more traffic than normal, so please excuse that. So first, we are going to see my thoughts of how I thought the week went, and before I got my weigh-in. So we're going to see that first, followed by my weigh-in. And then I'll talk a little bit about that when that's over with. First, I want to talk about a couple of changes. One is that I am going to start doing my weigh-ins on Sunday instead of Monday. I think it's just going to help me with my editing and getting these out in a more timely manner. And two, we now have a Facebook page. So definitely go check that out. You can find it at The Diet Dilemma on Facebook. And go ahead and follow us there, and all the updates will happen there. And there's some content there that you won't get on these videos. So with that said, let's go ahead and jump into my final thoughts for week 2.
Good evening, everyone. So this is Sunday, week 2. So it's the end of my second week. And I wanted to kind of give my ending thoughts for week 2. I had actually planned on walking tonight, and that would have been the first time I walked 2 nights in a row. And of course, me, I don't pay attention to the weather. I was all ready. I get ready. I open the door, and it's pouring down rain. So I'm not going to walk in the rain. Again, maybe I should. Maybe some people do. I'm not going to. That being said, so I did make 3 walks this week, but I'm still consistently doing every other day. Because since I did every other day last week and did 4 days, that makes 3 this week. Hopefully that means at least 4 days next week. I'm really determined to fit in at least 5 days, add 1 day in there. So hopefully that will happen. As far as food intake, I think I did better this week. I had less days that I felt like I completely failed. Even on one day we had Chinese food. On MyFitnessPal, maybe you guys can give me some insight here, but on MyFitnessPal, I'll search for something, and let's just say it's even like a 6-ounce chicken breast, real chicken breast. I'll get like 5 different results and all different calorie amounts and all that stuff. I know there's ones that have the green check mark, and I know they're supposed to be verified by MyFitnessPal. And so I try to use some of those, but even some of those, there would be a couple entries that are varying thing. Anyway, all that to say, we ate this Chinese food. I found the item I ate, and I picked like the highest calorie one. So even on that day, I didn't go over on my calories. Like I said, I'm still sticking to like a 2,000 calorie diet, and I know that's not very low, and I know I could go lower than that and probably lose the weight more quickly. Some of the research I've done at my weight and my desired weight loss rate, even at my weight, that's not too bad. And obviously as I go along, I'm going to have to tighten that up. But right now, at my size and that 2,000 calories is not too high. Now, either way, it's a lot less calories than I used to take in. So if I was maintaining before with the calorie intake I was doing, then anything less than that, in theory, based on the research I've done, will make me lose weight. So my calorie intake has been less than it was before I started the diet. I'm still working kind of at that 2,000 calorie range, and a lot of days I'm completely under that, and there's some days I go over. But if my memory serves me right, there was probably 2 days at most that I went over on my calories. Most days I was 100 or more calories under that. I know that doesn't seem like a lot, but and then there's some days. There was one day in particular, I think I was 500 calories under my 2,000 goal. So that's good in my opinion. As far as actual weight loss is concerned, we'll see tomorrow when I do my weigh-in for the end of week 2. Today, I put on my belt and it was an extra notch, so that made me feel good. So I mean, even if I don't lose weight, then that's good. And I know some of you even mentioned in the comments on Facebook that not just go by weight loss, that sometimes you don't lose weight, you may lose inches, and yeah, that makes sense. And so I mean, even if I come on scales tomorrow and I haven't lost any weight, then the fact that I can reach another notch on my belt feels pretty good. So I'm staying encouraged. Your guys' support is invaluable. Lots of you have said, hey, how about we walk together? And I'm completely open to that. My problem is I don't have a set schedule as far as exactly when I'm going to walk, which hopefully at some point I'll get to that point. Again, baby steps. But first of all, it's usually late in the evening, and I know most people don't do that, and I know people are telling me that's not the best results, which I understand that. Right now, I'm using most of my motivation just to keep up with this. So to try to add in getting up earlier than I am already in order to walk is not going to be good. So I'm going to continue doing this at night for now. Again, you guys are more than welcome to join me, but my problem is it'll be different. I say, okay, every night at 9 o'clock, I'm going to be here and I'm going to walk. But unfortunately, I don't have that right now. And if I get to that point, then by all means, we'll all definitely hook up and do something. Anybody who wants to join me. Because again, I'm not against the company. I just don't have a way of telling you, hey, this is when I'm going to do this. So this morning I had my coffee with the almond milk, the homemade almond milk, and honestly, it was good. I'm going to keep trying this. So for those who watch the video we make it, we put cinnamon in it and vanilla. And then after that video, we added some maple syrup, which the maple syrup was the clincher for me. It did add an extra about 25 calories to my coffee because I use an entire cup of the almond milk because I basically steam the milk, a cup of milk, and put it with my coffee and make more of a latte. So we did add maple syrup, which ends up being another 25 calories. But that's still, even with that, we're talking a max of like 75 to 80 calories for my entire coffee. And, compared to the 323 calories, that's a win in my book. So I'm going to continue trying that. We added cinnamon. I'm not a huge fan of cinnamon, which is kind of weird. Because if I have cinnamon toast with the cinnamon and sugar on it, love it. Delicious. But I like to have things that's just got cinnamon in it. I don't know. So Jill's being great. She's going to try to make the next batch, make a batch for me that has the cinnamon left out of it. So we'll see if that kicks it up even another notch. And if that's the case, then for a good long while, I'm going to try this almond milk. I've always been able to feel almond milk. Ooh. But I was pleasantly surprised. I've tried some of the other almond milk that she's bought that was pre-made and had certain flavors, and I just didn't like it. But I don't know what it is about this. It's different than that, so I'm excited about that. Brand new shoes coming on Monday that are more tennis shoe style than a loafer that I've been wearing, so that should definitely help out. Anyway, I appreciate your guys' support, and should right after this see my weigh-in for this week, and then I'll try to just give a couple comments on that after the fact. So again, thank you for the end of another great week, and I will see you guys very shortly. Take care.
All right, there you have my thoughts for the week. Let's go ahead and see how that matches up with this week's weigh-in. Well, that's not exactly how I hoped it would go, but you know what? I gained some inches on my belt, so I'm not going to let that discourage me. And we'll just try a little harder this next week. One thing is I did eat a bit late several evenings last week, so I'm going to take and cut myself off a little earlier. I do know that eating too late in the evening can definitely affect this, and also I need to drink a lot more water. So that's my two goals for this week. One, not eat so late, and two, drink a lot more water. So we'll see how that goes. And you know what? I better get out of here and get on my walk for tonight so I can get a good start on this next week. You guys take care. Have yourself a wonderful week.